Hey everyone, Jason here again with another episode of Every Corner. Today I want to bring you some rock news, some Foo Fighters news. The band has recently, within the last couple of days, on August 11th, released information about their forthcoming 8th studio album entitled Sonic Highways, which will be released on November 10th of 2014 through their record label RCA Records here. There will be a couple things released before the actual record is the full record is released. First will be an HBO mini-series, which will kind of chronicle the making of the series, kind of what they did with Wasting Light, entitled Sonic Highways, and the first single will be released on October 17th of 2014. This record was also produced by Butch Vig, whose band has used before on Wasting Light and on their other projects, other albums as well. And Dave has obviously used with Nirvana and whatnot. So that relationship goes back a while. What is very interesting, I think, is going to be about this record. There's a vinyl pressing. Obviously, vinyl's coming back, and Dave has kind of been a big part of this here. There'd be a choice of 9 covers, but 8 of them will actually be specialty. Since this album is recorded in 8 different cities, there are 8 songs on this record, each being recorded in different cities in the United States. Those cities are Austin, Texas. We have Chicago, Los Angeles, Nashville, New Orleans, New York, Seattle, and Washington, D.C. And you can basically buy the cover of your city. And the studio, the album artwork is very interesting. It's kind of a montage of every city clumped into one, which is very, very interesting here. But what I expect from this record, first and foremost, is it to be a kind of a collage of the different sounds and different styles and the different scenes of every city. Obviously, like I said, 8 songs, so 1 a piece. You're gonna hear maybe grunge when you get to Seattle and whatnot. And obviously going back in the day, but maybe that'll come back. We don't know. So it's gonna be very, very interesting to see what kind of sounds we hear. It's gonna be a mishmash. Very interesting here. I do want to give a couple quotes from Dave here. The first coming from actually the teaser of the HBO series here. Dave basically says the idea for this record was to record in different cities, do something different, do something that bands really have not done. Dave's an innovator, especially in the music scene, I like to say here. So they did this, and he basically says you can connect people in these cities through sonic highways, and this is kind of what he's getting at. And music is universal, is basically what he's getting at, I think, here. So very, very interesting quote there. I'll put the link below for that exact quote and that teaser for that series below in the description. And another article I was reading, very, very interesting as well. Dave says this album is instantly recognizable as a Foo Fighters record. I think it's very interesting based off their last record, Wasting Light, which I reviewed in 2012, I believe it was. I think I actually reviewed it in 2013. But in that record, I remember saying the band went back to their roots. So this is something that maybe they'll do, obviously. But Dave said this album is instantly recognizable as a Foo Fighters record. He says it in a press release. But there's something deeper and more musical to it, which I think the band is expanding on their sound. Obviously, I think that these cities that were recorded and these people influenced us to stretch out and explore new territory without losing our sound. So they expanded their sound and obviously kept it, which I think is a nice mix here. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happened. What happens here with the HBO series. Dave Grohl, who actually I'm reading directly from this article. Grohl, who also directed the series, has described it as a love letter to the history of American music. So it's going to be kind of a mishmash of just sounds, obviously, as I was saying before. There are special guests as well I want to mention here. First being Paul Stanley of Kiss, and second one most notably being Nancy Wilson of Heart. So you have different influences as well, and different sounds that we're going to hear. I think it's going to be very, very interesting. I cannot wait for this. Also, on a Foo Fighters related note, I believe the band will be featured on 6 a.m., the side project of Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue. Their record, their new record, Modern Vintage, which will also be released in October of this this year, in the fall of this year. So if you're Foo Fighters fans, you get a lot to look forward to this fall. It's going to be very, very good for rock fans. It's good to see good rock music back in the scene. And this record's going to be interesting. The 6 a.m. record's going to be interesting. I cannot wait. Please subscribe to my channel. You'll see reviews of both those records, and we shall see how they are. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Album Review Corner. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.